Seasoned drinkers, one-puff wonders, casual users, and post-party cruisers. We see you. Think a few drinks won't affect your driving? Not fazed because you've lucked out before? We see you. Because your impaired driving antics aren't a match for our tactics. Better tools, more roadblocks, and higher fines for drivers under the influence. Think you won't get caught? It's only a matter of time before we see you. Brought to you by your local police.
Crest Gum Detoxify, deep clean toothpaste. Crest Gum Detoxify, neutralize bacteria, even below the gum line. Yeah, it works.
Crest, healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
There we go. Hi there. Happy Sunday. It's August the 2nd, 2020. I'm Eric, talking at you from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, where I bet I know someone who's not popular right now. Be the Hungarian artist Snowvid.
Poor bastard.
Not a popular guy, I bet.
No, not at all.
Hey,
Imagine
Gordon.
him coming home. Imagine him a girl taking him home to meet the fucking parents first time. So what's your name? Sovid, get the fuck out of my house.
Out. He just happens to be 19. Names are funny. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to me and Gord. Thanks for listening last night to just me. Without Gord. It was like half the show wasn't there.
Weird.
We gotta give a couple shout-outs tonight. I want to give a shout-out, first of all, to my man Roger Nygaard, one of the hardest working men in entertainment. He's got a new documentary out called 6 Days in Roswell, where he goes to Roswell and talks to all the alien freaks, Area 51 losers. Looks really funny. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I asked him to promote my book, and he said, "Not if I have to start calling you E. Brennan."
It's funny that you mentioned with the Air 51 because I saw a meme that popped up the other day, and I thought, "Oh my god, that is perfect." And it said, "Anybody else notice that all this shit went downhill after these people fucking rushed fucking Area 51?"
Yeah.
Like, son of a bitch! I never thought about that.
All went downhill after Patrick Swayze died.
Well, that was a guarantee, anyways. You knew that was going to happen.
Speaking of the name on the book that you can buy on Amazon.com, I was informed by someone on Facebook last night that I can't use that name because someone else is already using it as a pseudonym.
Really?
And I said, "Yeah, it's not a pseudonym. That's my name." But I was told I can't use it. I'm like, pretty sure I can. Pretty sure it's on my ID and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny. And everybody calm down about the name. I just put a name on the book so Amazon knows where to send the checks. I don't fucking care what you call me.
Just put it down as an asshole. It's fine. Whatever.
I also have to give a shout out to my man David J. Morgan. David J. Morgan signed on. He asked if I would mentor him in podcasting, be his podcast mentor. And I said, no, I will not do that. I would do nothing but damage to your podcast career. And I am not sure where the miscommunication was, but David sends me his progress every day and asks me questions about podcasting that I don't answer or respond to. And I just want to say, keep up the good work, buddy. You're doing very, very good. We're on to level 3, chapter 3, whatever, in our mentorship. So apparently I'm doing all right.
And all it takes is to do nothing on your side.
Don't respond to his texts. I don't answer his questions. I very politely said, look, I can't do it right now. I said, maybe when I'm settled after August, I'd be happy to. But I mean, I understand that I'm in high demand because I'm so fantastic is what I do.
That's right. That's why I roped you in when I did.
And speaking of being fantastic at what I do, my book has taken a giant leap from number 155,000 to whatever to number 406 in visionary fiction. So that's kind of cool.
Holy shit! Well done, man. That's amazing.
There's probably like 2 books in that category. I don't know. But
That's okay.
And I got to give one final shout out to North Shore Homes Magazine, reporting the most desirable neighborhoods, the best trails to hike and bike, and which restaurants, shops, spas, and salons are the very best of the North Shore. It's because I'm writing an article for them and they're paying me $450. So that is a little shout out to my new favorite magazine, North Shore Home Magazine. Everyone
should get all your North Shore news.
You're going to have to pick that up. It's published 4 times a year. It's a fantastic magazine that I've never read, never will, but it's going to be a good
That's
article.
not true. You'll read your article when it comes out.
I doubt I will. That is about it for that. I do want to say, because of all this new good stuff that's happening, and our show picking up in listenership, which is fantastic. Thank you guys so much. I've started a new email address. I'm really hoping you guys can engage us a little bit. So I thought I'd do one that was more geared just towards the show. So if you want to contact Gordon and I, you can email at us at holyshitsomebodysentone@outlook.com.
That's great.
I had to go with Outlook because Google Gmail won't let you say shit. So, holy shit, somebody sent one at Outlook.com, which is what I say when I get an email from you guys, which is, I think, 3 times in the history of the show.
Yeah, something like that.
David J. Morgan. He has inspired me to create an award. It's the Eric and Gord David J. Morgan Award for Excellence and Awesomeness.
It's a beautiful title.
Oh, it actually goes on much. It's more than that. But it's just for when Gordon and I recognize that you're extra awesome, then you may qualify for the Eric and Gord David J. Morgan Award in, I forget what it is. Hang on, I'll get you the full thing here before we get on with the show, which Gord says is a fantastic show. I looked at a very little bit of news, nothing particularly amazing. Couple of neat stories.
Yeah.
So if you send us an email and you have something amazing to say, you may qualify for the Eric and Gord David J. Foster Certificate of Recognition for Excellence in Achieving Appreciation for all your efforts in being the best at all that, all the time.
It's amazing. I love your long titles.
That one, actually, when you read it, you realize it doesn't say anything at all. But
Nope.
That's for excellence in awesomeness.
It sounds like a fucking Trudeau speech.
Kind of, yeah. A whole bunch of words that you realize mean absolutely nothing.
That sounds really good, but what does it mean? Nothing.
Exactly. I'll send you one right now, Gordon. You can give it to your mom.
I am definitely going to print that off and go up and hand it to her. Here you go. Just so you know, you've been recognized.
You've been recognized for your excellence and awesomeness.
It's approved.
Let's see here. Anyway, yeah, did you see that cool lightning fucking thing I sent you? The logo thing?
No.
Oh, shit, you gotta get on your messenger. I created a new cool wicked logo thing. And I sent it to you. With a new line about how the world's changing. And it says, Eric and Gord, if you're not ready, we're leaving without you. I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
If you're not ready, we're leaving without you.
And we will, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, that's neat, eh? The little lightning thing. I'm getting good at that
Yeah.
shit. There you go.
That's awesome.
There's the
Very nice.
Eric and Gord Award I just sent you.
It's very cool.
The Eric and Gord David J. Foster certificate. I just forwarded that to you. All right, let's start a podcast here. This is probably boring for the kids, but look at the... Did you see the award? Did you get it?
I'm just opening it up now.
It's pretty good stuff.
The Eric and Gord David J. Foster Certificate of Excellence in Achieving Appreciation for your efforts at being the best at all time. That's so amazing. Yep, I'm going to print a bunch of these off and give them to a bunch of people. I'm gonna plaster these all over Milton, just like insert name here, pre-sign it
at the bottom for excellence and awesomeness.
That's fantastic.
Oh no, our listeners are fantastic. So send in your emails, and you may qualify for such an award, accompanied by a pen and whatnot. That's all. That's all I got. Gord's gonna talk for the rest of the show. I'm gonna have a nap.
Yay! First things first. All black people are. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I liked where that was going.
No, I'm not gonna touch that. First thing I want to bring up. We are a big fan of this gentleman. Wilford Brimley has passed away. He was 85.
Boo.
Very sad. He was on dialysis and had several different medical ailments. So he was just falling apart all over the place.
Soul of this show.
There's no denying it. It's. I mean, in all baits of honesty, it's half the reason why I even do the show, just to hear him every once in a while say, his famous line. So yeah, diabetes.
And I don't have it. I can't spring it on you. It's too hard for me to get.
So sad news with that one. Did you know that he started his career off as a stunt movie writer?
Probably.
Yeah. So that's how he started.
Cool. Well, that's one that I will actually acknowledge as being a little bit sad. Although he was not a young man.
No, he was 85. I thought that
old enough for him.
No, I thought that he was 85 in the 80s, but apparently not.
That's a little young. I don't like it.
Well, Cocoon was all about senior citizens, and he looked like he was in his 70s in the 80s, back then. Turns out he was 40? It's what the hell? I just don't quite understand that.
Well, they usually go the other way, the chicken 90210. She was 42 or something like that.
Yeah, played a teenager.
She
was short, so it worked.
Chachi. Is it Chachi I'm thinking? Yeah, Scott Baio.
Yeah.
He was I think he's into his 50s, but he's still playing a teenager.
Well, yeah, he's one of those guys that just always looks young.
So it could go the other way, too, where, a guy looks old and he's playing a old dude, but he's really 40. That might be your career to do that, but they were bold like that back then.
The interesting thing about him, I'm just reading this, is hilarious. In 1998, he opposed an Arizona referendum to ban cockfighting, saying that he was, quote, trying to protect a lifestyle of freedom and choice for my grandchildren.
Well,
so apparently he enjoyed cockfighting.
I guess if your grandchildren love the cock, that's the way to go. Good for him.
And, I mean, the article does give reference to his thing. It says that in recent years, Brimley's pitch work for Liberty Medical had turned him into an internet sensation for his drawn-out pronunciation of diabetes as diabetes. And he owned the pronunciation in a tweet that drew hundreds of thousands of likes earlier this year.
For me, it was actually the oatmeal that always got me before that.
Yeah, that's what I always remembered. Yeah, that's right. I just love that his one big thing he does for standing up for rights for something, and it's for cockfighting.
Well, someone else was just talking about cockfighting. I think it was Tyson or something, because Tyson's fighting again.
Yes, he is, and he looks really good too, by the way.
Yeah, they both look like crap.
Oh
no. Yeah, he credits that to not doing drugs, by the way, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, nice.
In a way, he's just cut it all out. I don't even smoke pot anymore. So yeah, that's what he credits his good physical condition is to not doing the dope. That was kind of cool. But I think it was him. It might have been someone else talking about cockfighting. That's a legit big thing in the States. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's actually something. I don't get it. I'm a little shocked.
Neither do I. I don't see how it's entertaining. I don't think it's ever caught on in Canada. I certainly wouldn't want to watch it.
No.
I don't get it, but yeah, it's like a big deal. People are really into it.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I don't get it.
Me either.
I mean, if okay, have you ever been been attacked by a rooster? They are fucking viciously violent when they want to be. So I guess I can understand that.
I got attacked by a bunch of geese once. I'm assuming it's similar.
Geese and yeah. Well, no, because the roosters have got they've got a sharper beak point. So
Maybe.
that shit could actually fucking split some skin open.
Oh, those geese fucking bite hard.
Yeah, and they got the ridges underneath. So yeah, they'll give you like that violent, just like that shredding of the top layer of skin, which fucking hurts.
And they weren't playing. They were out to get me. They thought I was after their chicks. I was nowhere near their chicks, but they were fucking all over me. It was on the Sunshine Coast in a field. It sucked.
Bunch of jealous fucks.
I won't be recommending them in my North Shore Homes magazine. Actually,
Nope.
when I left Vancouver, I stopped for A&W, and a bunch of geese were fucking just right up on me. Like, of course, it's downtown Vancouver, so everyone's like, "Can I have some? Can I have some?" And you fucking can't even see the geese are all over you. I had to share my onion rings. There was like hundreds of them. They wouldn't fucking leave me alone. They didn't bite me or anything, but they weren't going away until they got some onion ring action.
Fucking greedy little bastards. Oh, it's funny.
The only, so that sucks. Wilford Brimley, boo.
Yeah,
I'll
bad
let
news.
you keep going
Okay.
because I got nothing interesting.
Well, one of the big news that's going on right now is the SpaceX capsule, and the NASA crew has made its first splashdown in 45 years.
That's actually moderately cool.
That is actually pretty awesome. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so they splashed down, hit the water, and boat was onto it to pick them up right away. So they're back. Congratulations, guys. Way to go. My big question is how long until it gets proven that they both have COVID?
Yeah.
Because they're trapped in a close area next to each other.
Well, you don't just develop COVID.
Well, apparently you do, because according to the way the fucking news is saying how everything happened,
yeah, right?
it just appears two people get close to each other, just nope, COVID shows up.
Well, since you brought it up, it also appears that the antibodies that you generate from having it can disappear in as little as 3 months. So it's like you never had it. So you can go ahead and just have it again if you want.
Really? When did that come out?
Yeah, and it's they're now worried that a vaccine won't work. Or if they do vaccinate, it would only be good for 3 months. So it could be back to the drawing board on the vaccination front. Or they're just making that shit up.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's ironic that you mentioned that because Russia plans to mass vaccination campaign for October.
Cool.
They say they're going to have their vaccine up and ready. Meanwhile, every other country on the planet is like, well, once the vaccine becomes available, how are we going to get it? Like, well, we're going to start working on how we're going to distribute it to make sure it's possible. And Russia's like, we're just going to give it to everybody in Russia. Fuck you guys.
Yep. Those
We're doing our own.
mandatory.
Yeah.
And they won't share. Well, they'll give it to everyone in Russia first, and then they might share.
Oh, they probably still won't share.
Nah, I'll just be like, I'm out. Sorry, he got my last one.
Yep. I just took it this morning. I'm sorry.
Cool. I would like that if he did that. I'd like it if he just did that, like Putin thing, and just said, no, make your own vaccine.
Yeah. You didn't want nothing from me? I want nothing from you. Fuck you. $10 million per vaccine.
Yeah, I could see him doing that. Whatever. We'll send Sylvester Stallone over there and beat up one of their boxers. That's how it always works.
That is
Speaking of Russia and Rocky, I'm guesting on another podcast next Thursday, I believe it is. They want to speak to someone not in America about American foreign relations. And I said, I might have an opinion or two.
I just might know something about that. Cool.
If I can work out the timing. They record quite early and I'll be back to work, so it may not work out, but I'm trying to work it out for them because they're begging to have us. One of us.
Oh, man. So this next one, I am pretty much just I'm gonna describe to you because I've seen the entire video, and everything about this is just stupid. A bunch of protests have erupted over in what the fuck's the town called? Roxborough, North Carolina, because police shot and killed a black man on Friday. Well, they released the video. And literally, there's this black guy walking down the side of the street with a sawed-off fucking shotgun. The cops roll up in front of him, and they say, "Put down the weapon. We want to talk to you." And the guy mouths something. You don't know what he says. And the cops start yelling, "Put down the fucking gun." And the guy raises the gun and aims it at the cops. So the cops shot him. And he dropped. And the funniest thing is I'm like, literally they're talking to the victim's cousin, and he's like, and this is a quote, he goes, "He walked the road every day. He don't bother nobody. He don't start no trouble or nothing. He probably had one of those guns he had on his chest. It was visible. He wouldn't hurt nobody though." He pointed a sawed-off shotgun at 2 cops.
Yeah, you're gonna get shot. Whether you're gonna hurt somebody or not, you're gonna get shot doing that.
Like, you don't protest about that. You admit the guy was a fucking idiot, and you move on. Like, that's it. That's as far as the whole thing should even go. The video, it's seconds long, because that's all you need to see is when the cop rolls up. The cops didn't have any of the vest cameras. There was just a dash cam camera, and you just see the guy just walking, and he just raises the gun up towards the fucking cops, and the cop shot him.
Well,
fucking morons.
You really shouldn't be shooting black people right now.
No.
Really, just don't do that. Like, you're the guy with COVID who goes to the mall to cool off. This shit's never gonna end if you keep doing it. I don't care. Roll up your window, drive away. Like, if the guy points a gun at you and you're in your car, fucking slam on the brakes, go the other direction. Stop shooting black people.
Yeah.
On the other hand, don't point guns at cops ever, especially not if you're black. What are you thinking?
I'm really disappointed with the fact that anybody would protest and freak out about this.
Oh, people will protest because it's another black man being shot. You got to quit doing that.
Stop burning the bullet.
Well, in this case, he kind of did, but again, you can't shoot black people. That's just the thing.
Yeah, that's just the thing.
Drive the other way. There's a bunch of ways you can get out of that situation.
Wait till he pulls the trigger. Hide in your vehicle and wait till he pulls the trigger.
Well, no,
it's a shot-off shotgun. That thing is going to spray and not get any direct aim, and you'll be fine in your vehicle.
Drive the other direction.
Yeah.
View up your window. Don't shoot the black guy.
You shoot my cousin in the street like a dog. We want justice.
Yeah. I'm with him. I'm taking their side.
We want justice. We want honesty. Well, then be honest with yourselves. He pointed a gun at a cop. Fuck you.
Bad idea.
That's just, like, accept your own responsibility. That's all you got to do.
But we don't know his side of it. We don't know what was said. Maybe he said, "Hey,
this will be great.
don't film this, but I'm going to point this at you and as a joke." Maybe he's like, "Don't worry, it's not loaded. I just like to point it at stuff." And the cop was,
"I don't know how to point with my finger, so I'm just going to use my gun."
The cop was probably like, "You're going to die now, Blackie."
Blackie. Oh,
who knows? We won't know until they're brought to justice.
He said that with a giggle.
Guns. Like, come on, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. I guess if I was a black guy, I'd probably be walking around pointing a gun right now too at everybody.
And then you wonder why you'll get shot. So yeah. So there's that. Just fucking stupidity. Speaking of protests, in Portland, which we all know right now is Portland has just become a lawless fucking land right now. It's insane what's going on there.
I think it's odd that I was planning a trip to Portland in March, and as soon as that fell through, the city descended into chaos.
Yeah. I actually think this is actually really all about the fact that Eric's not there.
I was going, and then I was like, no, I'm not going. Mostly because that girl stopped talking to me again. And then the city just erupted in violence. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I would come down if you'd calm the fuck down.
Yeah. Well, the protesters are now burning Bibles and American flags.
Good. We have way too many of both of those. Time to start liquidating some inventory. I like it.
Bible burning. I thought that the whole protesters were all about the Bible. Were they not, or no? I guess not. I guess they're against all that.
They're just against everything.
They're against everything. Doesn't matter what it is.
Nah, they're just protesters. What are you protesting? Things that aren't being protested.
What are you protesting? Protests.
What do you got? Yeah, that'd be a good one. We should hold that one.
I'm protesting protests.
Eric could go protest the protest. We'll just get out there and fucking protest the protests.
I bet you people would join though. I mean, that's how fucking stupid this shit is.
What do we call it? We call it the contest.
The contest.
It's the opposite of the protest.
So good. So yeah, fuck you, Portland. Allowing
I don't know what's going on there. Like, what the fuck? Nothing was happening in Portland anyway.
No.
Like, I don't recall any of our stories. I don't recall a black man being shot in Portland, or like nothing really happens in Portland. Like, I don't understand why it's such a violent city. It's such a nice little city.
I loved Portland. I've been there. I thought Portland was amazing. I loved my time there, but this is like this whole thing is so maybe this whole thing is so insane because like not only are they doing this protest, not only is the mayor of Portland allowing it, and then when he goes and talks to the people, they fucking boo and freak out and fucking kick him out of the area because, you know, he agrees with them. And then federal buildings are getting blown up. You get caught on fire. You're getting cops that are getting threatened with their lives all over the place. You're getting all this shit going on. Trump sends in fucking special forces to come in there and to get rid of the troublemakers. And they're like, you can't do that. And we want $55 million to help fix our city. No. You're doing nothing to fix your city now. I'm not going to give you $55 million so you can just basically have it get burned to the ground again. No, you get the fuck out of here.
Well,
so
Trump's an idiot.
Yeah.
I love that he just keeps doing shit he's not allowed to do.
Yeah, he doesn't care about
I might have to delay the election. No, you won't, because you can't do that. That's not your job. But yeah, I'm sending the troops. No, you can't do that. That is not your job. But yeah, the mayor, like, I see his point of view too. But on the other hand, you can't come out and just be the man and try to be like the man that's on your side, because they don't give a fuck. They hate the man, and you're the man.
Yeah. They hate themselves. They don't like anything.
You don't get to be the cool mayor. It doesn't work that way.
Nope. Not at all.
I got one I'll tell you with, just since we're on a theme of shit we seem to always talk about this year.
Yeah.
My future ex-wife, the lovely young Ms. Taylor Swift, is caught up in a little Lady Antebellum-esque escapade of her own.
Oh, no.
And she put out a clothing line with a logo on it that just happened to be the identical logo to another clothing line by a black lady. But herein is the difference between Taylor Swift and Lady Antebellum. This black lady gets in touch with Taylor Swift's team, and she's like, hey, look, your logo is exactly like my logo. You have to stop using it. And Taylor Swift said, holy shit, it is exactly the same. We better stop using it right now. And she recalled all the clothes that had that logo and put them out with a different logo. And that that was the end of that. She just went, "Oh yeah, that sucks. Sorry," and changed all her shit, and everyone was happy, and it went away.
Holy shit!
And now she looks like a hardcore champ, and everyone's happy. She offered a donation to this person's company, and they said, "No, we're not a charity. We don't take donations. We weren't looking for money. We just wanted this wrong to be righted, and you righted it. So cool. Everyone's good." And I was like, "What? Is it a race thing? I don't get it."
That's insane. Well, well done, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she's a smart little lady.
Yeah, well done.
Lady Auntie Buttfuck could learn something from her.
Yes, they certainly could.
Just go, holy shit, yeah, that was a terrible idea. Sorry about that, lady with that name.
Yeah.
And they probably could have looked a lot better than they do now. Never looked quite as good as Taylor Swift to me, but you look better than you do now.
Yeah.
Like
that's really, wow, that's awesome.
Cool.
Full props.
Folklore, by the way, I guess I should give her the credit by announcing the name Folklore was the name of her album, and then she put out a clothing line with her album name on it, which is kind of, I'm not going to say it's how much that sucks, but it kind of sucks. But yeah, this company, the Folklore, got in touch with her and was like, "That's our logo." She's like, "Yeah, it is. Shit."
I'm sorry. Here you go. I'll change that.
Didn't admit to like stealing it or anything. Just said, "Yep, that's the same." Which, it could have been an innocent mistake or whatever, but that's how you fix stuff. See, Taylor Swift probably listens to this podcast because she knows. Stop lying. That was
right.
She didn't lie. She just went, "Shit, I'm stone busted." And everything was fine. Stop lying. Things are better.
Yeah.
We'll
see how quickly, see how easy that went?
I promise you, it will work. It's uncomfortable as shit. Don't get me wrong. That's not the easiest thing in the world. I'll tell you that. Being honest, fucking sucks. Most of the time, it seems like a terrible idea, but it makes things better.
That's
Maybe
right.
not for you, but for the universe as a whole. Things will be better if you don't lie. Trust me. I stopped it, and I live in a van down by the river.
But you're guilt-free. That's the difference.
I do sleep well.
There you go.
Now, when that motorbike's not going up and down the street all fucking night. Biker town, I forgot. I forgot the bikers in Kelowna.
Yeah, they like it down there, eh? Nice scenery.
It is biker town. That was my Taylor Swift story. You're welcome.
Cool. So, as we all know, Minneapolis is much like Portland, falling apart. They were the first city to turn around and start to defund the police department.
Yeah.
And, well, since they've done that, crime has gone through the roof. And the 3rd Precinct Police Department has issued a letter addressed to all the residents in the area. And the letter says this: robberies and carjackings have increased in our precinct. Cell phones, purses, and vehicles are being targeted. Some victims have been maced, dragged, assaulted, and some threatened with a gun. Most of these crimes have occurred north of 42nd Street East. 100 robberies and 20 carjackings have been reported to the 3rd Precinct in July alone. Downtown and southwest Minneapolis have seen an increase as well. We want those who live and work in this area to be safe. Robbery prevention tips. You're going to fucking love this. Do not walk alone. Be hyper aware of your surroundings at all times. Pay attention. Carry only items you need. Carry less cash. Be prepared to give up your cell phone and purse or wallet. Have keys already in your hands as you approach a car. Despite all of our efforts, robberies may still occur. Do not argue or fight with the criminal. Do as they say. Your safety is most important.
I never got that. Make sure your keys are in your hand too. What? So they can rip off your car too? What?
So they can take your car. Yeah. And then the last point for the robbery prevention: be a good witness. When you call 911, be prepared to answer many questions.
Oh man!
How many suspects? Age, height, complexion, hair, eye color, scars, tattoos, weapon. What did it look like? What direction did they leave in? Vehicle
I
description.
thought I was going to be the best at that, and I saw a 7-Eleven in downtown Vancouver get robbed by 2 girls with a knife. And I was like, yes, I'm going to be the best. Cops showed up. I didn't remember a single fucking thing about either of them. I remember a gray tracksuit. I think that was wrong in the end. I was the worst witness, but I thought this is, like, clearly I'm going to be the best at this. They're going to be the best one they've ever had. Like, I will paint a picture with my words that will lead them directly to the suspects. I couldn't remember a single fucking detail. They were girls,
So good.
and one was in a gray tracksuit, but there was no gray tracksuit. That was false, it turned out.
So
The
good.
worst possible description ever.
They have carjacking prevention tips as well. Lock your doors while driving.
Driving Aztec.
Yeah.
Your
Don't
Aztec
stop.
will never get carjacked.
That's right. Yeah, driving. Yeah, drive or a cube. One of those, whatever it is, cubes. Those things are ugly shit too. Don't.
The big selling point of those was you could, like, hose them out. The cube,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like-
right. Yeah.
That was like, why? So I can puke in my car? Why? That's not. There's nothing about that makes that cool.
I'm pretty sure you're promoting drinking and driving here. I'm not sure.
Pretty
but-
much, that's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah. Don't stop for strangers who are trying to approach you or stop your car.
Yeah, no, never do that.
No.
Like, did you guys not see
park-
Judgment Night? Come on, watch Judgment Night,
Exactly.
and then you will know how to behave in any given situation. It's a training video for life.
Yeah, it pretty much is. Park in well-lit areas. Always be hyper aware of your surroundings. Use a tracking device.
There is no well-lit area. Oh, there's in Minneapolis. Sorry, I was thinking Portland. I was thinking Portland's very dark at
Yes,
night.
Portland is very
There's,
dark.
there's
Yes,
no
it's true.
well-lit areas.
Yeah.
But Minneapolis, I have no idea.
No. Never leave anything of value in your car. Never leave your car running unattended. Many victims were dropping off food or other deliveries.
Yeah,
And
that's
memorize.
I
Sorry.
had a friend in high school that did that. That was his MO. He would wait until someone would pull up to Max and run in to buy cigarettes, and then if they left their car running, he'd grab their car and drive to Vancouver.
Oh shit! That's genius. I would never like leave my car running when I'm running into a store. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, lots of people do, though.
Yeah, that's just dumb. Yeah. So and the last thing is memorize your license plate number. It can help towards a faster recovery.
No,
And then
happening.
Then the note finishes off with, "To protect with courage, to serve with compassion."
Sure. And what they're doing now is the union is telling them, don't lift a fucking finger,
Yep.
and they'll buckle as long as we don't help. Now, it's going to even out eventually, where cops are going to have to do their job. This defunding model, it's not like cops aren't getting paid.
No.
They're just not getting a lot of the benefits that they did. And I think that's fair. I think it's fine. And they're going to have to start. This is just them trying to make a point.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Don't let them. Don't beat them at their own game. Be hyper vigilant. Look after each other. Take care of each other. I think I hear someone say it quite often.
I wonder
And
whose that is.
Don't give in to their demands, so to speak. The cops are being shitty because they don't like what you're doing to them. Well, too fucking bad. This is how it goes. So beat them at their own game. And robbers, stop fucking robbing. But in what city, America, did you think defunding the police was going to lead to less crime? Like, do the fucking math.
The second people know that the cops aren't going to be doing much, or the crime's just going to go up because they know they don't have to worry about them as much. So it just makes sense.
If everyone tonight thought cops weren't working tonight, you know what everyone's doing tonight? Fucking crime. Everybody.
Tons of first timers.
The only reason to not do crime is because the police. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
So if there's no police, there's literally no reason not to. And we're all a bunch of fucking heathens. We've proven it. We would go apeshit. We would commit some fucking crime. I would be ending this podcast right now if there was an announcement, Kelowna police aren't working tonight. Bye, Gord. I gotta go do crime.
I gotta go do some crime. It's funny, but it's true.
I will call you back on a much nicer laptop. Or 7 of them.
Or 7 or 10 of them, I don't know, with a couple of steaks.
From my new Winnebago.
Yeah, and you could use a Winnebago as a getaway ride because nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny. So there's that. That's I just thought that was quite genius. Chicago, Chicago, you just don't disappoint. They've seen a 139% spike in murders for July. Shootings are up 75%.
That seems low.
And a 9-year-old boy was killed on the last day of the month.
Yeah.
Just to put that little thing in there. So there were 105 murders reported last month in Chicago.
There can't be that many people left in Chicago.
Yeah.
This is going to end soon because they'll all be dead.
They had 406 shooting incidents in July. And 406 is up by 75%.
Oh, now they're just doing it on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to shoot a couple Guinness people and get in the book.
Like, holy Jesus.
I don't get it. I guess that's just when you just fucking give up. Fuck it.
Yep. And just so everybody knows, it is August 2nd right now as we speak.
I cannot fucking believe it's August 2nd already.
I know.
Like, I swear I've been here for like 2 weeks, and it's been fucking 7 months.
Pretty crazy, eh?
Almost a fucking year.
Yeah.
October will be a year that I checked myself into detox.
That's right.
I can't believe that was a fucking year ago. That is insane.
That is insane. So far this weekend, since 6 p.m. Friday, 27 people have been shot, 7 killed, including a 9-year-old boy.
Oh, come on, Chicago. You can do better than that.
That's just bad aim.
27 people? That's barely a person an hour. Let's go. You can do better than 1 an hour. Come on. We're trying to break records here. Trying to outdo COVID. There's a city that doesn't give a fuck about COVID.
Yeah.
They are all social distancing anyway. But they just call it being covered.
You know, and the worst is they're talking about this 9-year-old that was killed. He was in a parking lot with some friends when some gunman just opened fire and he got shot multiple times. And his mother goes, he was in the house all day. He didn't come out until maybe after 5 when one of his friends knocked on the door and said, hey, do you want to come outside and play? I'd be looking at that friend.
Yeah, no.
I'd be thinking that fucking friend set something up.
Guess what? If you live there, you're going to get shot. So if you're 9 or 90, whatever, you're going to catch a bullet. So
that's it.
Mom, like, if that's all Mom could say, oh, he's in the house all day, he needed some air, whatever, fuck, she do. She was expecting it, obviously. And you have to. If you live in that situation and you create it, this is something they've created themselves. This isn't like an outside force invading Chicago. This is them doing it to themselves, so you got to expect it. If you don't want to get shot, get the fuck out.
And one thing I love to point out about Chicago is Chicago has, in the U.S., one of the more strict gun laws in the state in comparison.
Yeah, it's working.
And they're saying, we're being inundated by guns from states that have virtually no gun control, no background checks, no ban or assault weapons. Yeah, but y'all made those rules, but guess what? It doesn't fucking help, does it?
This is like when Vancouver banned fireworks. So everyone went to Burnaby and bought their fireworks. It's a 20-minute bus ride. What the fuck? You can have all the gun laws in the world if you have closed or like open borders, as our two countries love to have. Then you have no gun laws, basically.
That's right.
They don't guard the borders in between their states, just as we don't between our provinces. And I think that's one of the greatest things. We can travel from coast to coast with no hassle whatsoever. I don't ever want that to change. But you can't expect something like a gun law to work in one area if it's not applied in every area.
Exactly.
And really, at the end of the day, some writing in a book doesn't help shit. If people want to shoot each other, they're going to shoot each other. It doesn't matter what law. What the judge could sign 1 million pieces of paper, or the mayor, or the president, or the premier, or whoever you want. Words on paper. My favorite thing on the universe. They're kind of meaningless.
Yeah. Yeah, they mean nothing. It really doesn't mean anything. If somebody wants to commit a crime, they will figure out a way to commit the fucking crime.
That's why gun's not involved in the paper, rock, scissors thing. Because gun would win every time. Gun beats all of them, always.
Every single time.
That no one ever wants to play paper, rock, scissors, gun.
Oh, man. So the...
Fuck guns, by the way. Sorry, move on. Fuck guns. Fuck all of you and your fucking guns. I just thought I'd say. Just so you know, fuck you all and your fucking guns.
Yeah. I couldn't fucking argue that if I wanted to. I just want to find out what this guy's position is, because it just doesn't happen to say it, but give me just a second. Okay, so this guy is a virologist with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. His name is Robert Redfield is his name. And last week, it has come forward that he has admitted that American hospitals may have monetary incentive to inflate their coronavirus counts.
No.
Yeah.
I am shocked and amazed by this new information.
He was asked by somebody, doesn't matter who, of whether hospital has perverse incentive to inflate the numbers. And he said, I think you're correct in that we've seen this in other disease processes too. Really, in the HIV epidemic, people may have a heart attack but also have HIV. The hospital would prefer the classification of HIV because there's greater reimbursement. So I do think there's really some reality to that.
In Kelowna hospitals, where they don't get that kind of funding, they do that. So
yeah. It's not even. I mean, the U.S. has funding. Canada does not do funding for this.
Not privately,
but there's
like American hospitals.
Right, but they're still doing it anyways. I just don't get why.
I'm sure there's some sort of funding doctors and nurses get, or extra money for overtime or something. There's in there doing it.
Yeah, that would make sense. So
I was told, you guys can hear, if you want to know all the good secrets about COVID that I learned during the week that I had it, you can listen to the episode of the show I did last night without Gord, where I describe in detail what it's like to have COVID. Which I didn't.
It's not fun. But you didn't.
But I
it's still not fun.
Did for a week.
But it's being suggested that the death rate are being overcounted by a minimum of 25%.
Wow.
So,
which makes the actual, that's huge. That's a large chunk. 25% is ridiculous.
That's a huge number. And if they're saying that means it's probably closer to 50.
Yeah, right?
It's like, if that's what they're willing to admit to, then you know it's worse than that.
That's craziness. Well, this is what I've been saying the whole time, that I don't know anyone, right? I don't know anyone affected by it. My city, or the city I'm currently living in, doesn't appear to be affected by it. And yes, there's the odd person who knows someone who's got it, or had it, or whatever. There's a few, but all in all, my city, now your city, which is fucking nuts about this shit.
Yep.
Has anyone really got it? Do you know anyone? Really?
Nope, not a soul, and I know a lot of fucking people.
And that's a city of almost identical population.
Yep. Every person that I've seen that I'm friends with on through social media that I'm actually friends with, any person who is admitted to saying, oh, I know, I actually have a family member that died from COVID. And as soon as you ask them, what did they die from?
Yeah.
Well, the death certificate says COVID. That wasn't my question. What did they die from? Well, they died of a heart attack.
Yeah. Now,
They
keep
died
in
of this.
mind, COVID-19 does attack your immune system similar to the way HIV does. So you could get COVID and then die from something else. You don't die from, no one dies from HIV. HIV doesn't kill you. HIV
right.
shuts down your immune system, and then you die from like a cold, usually, or the flu, or
Pneumonia and anything else that
pneumonia,
gets you.
yeah, whatever gets you. And that apparently is similar to COVID. COVID, it will harm your immune system to the point where something else could easily sneak in and fucking snuff you out. So these COVID deaths, they're not COVID deaths. And 25% doesn't shock me. You're right, it's probably 50.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, all this crisis money stops. All this nonsense stops if they admit it. And they're too far into it to admit it now.
Can't admit to it all now. That's not going to work.
There would have been no bailout money. There would have been no CERB. There would have been...
Yeah. There wouldn't have been a whole lot of businesses not being shut down.
Yeah. But you can't admit that now. If you're a government or a medical professional, you can't say, "Oh, I guess we didn't have to do any of that. Sorry."
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you? You can't backpedal now.
Well, when doctors try to, they're being shut down for speaking out.
Well, yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
Government can't afford to say, "Oops, you guys didn't have to all lose your jobs. Sorry about that."
Yeah. We did it wrong. My bad. We've been lying. Sorry.
They can't go back. Even if they weren't lying, now they have to start. What a fucking situation. Absolutely retarded. If you guys had just listened to me and Gordon fucking December. 20 days before Christmas, we told you how to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first official case wasn't even announced until December 31st. That's how fucking awesome me and Gord are.
That's right.
We were talking about it before the first official case. Ladies and gentlemen, the future with Eric and Gord. If you're not ready, we're leaving without you.
That's right.
I like that. That's a good line.
No second call. Just get the one call, and that's it. You're not on board. We're gone.
Nope.
Massachusetts, in the town of Hingham. Yeah, we're going to call it Hingham.
Hang
Hingham. Not hang him. Hingham. Hingham. Hang him. Just bang him. We'll be fine. It's all suicide anyway. Well, the Hingham Fire Department in Massachusetts, they've been flying this. It's called the Thin Blue Line flag from its fire trucks this month to honor the memory of a fallen police officer from a nearby town who was murdered in line of duty 2 years ago. So they were doing this as a memory for them. Well, a resident, I'm going to repeat this, a single resident wrote to leaders of the town complaining that the flag honoring law enforcement now symbolizes white supremacy and says that they need to be taken down. So they did.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to do that all again. The Thin Blue Line flag? What?
It's called the Thin Blue Line flag, and it's used to honor fallen police officers that have died in the line of duty.
Always has. There's a movie called The Thin Blue Line. There's a British TV show. It's
a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is now, according to this one resident, that is now a symbol of white supremacy because all cops are racists, apparently.
Yes, that's not right. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I tried. No, sorry.
I'm just...
You guys know I'm on your side on this one. I think the cops are wrong. I've been saying that since way before you guys started saying it. But no, it's not all cops. And then not all cops are racist. That's stupid.
And to sit there and to say that a flag that memorializes cops being killed in the line of duty is now a form of white supremacy or a symbol of white supremacy, that's like... First of all, the flag is blue. Let's just start with that.
I don't understand. Like, this is where it just goes too far, and then it sucks. And now your point gets muddled behind all these fucking freaks who say stupid shit like that. Oh, all cops are racist. Obviously, that's a stupid thing to say. And now your point is going to get... this kind of shit is what distracts people, and then they lose sight of the reality of the situation, and it's all for nothing. So, way to go for fucking everything up.
I just wish that the person who did this, the person who sent it, I wish that person's name was released. That's what I would like. I think that person's name should be released so that everybody in that town can go over and beat the living fuck out of him for being a whiny little bitch. Creating an issue that doesn't exist.
No, this is just this is what happened to Occupy.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a good movement until a bunch of people got involved that had nothing to do with what the original movement was about, and they fucked it all up.
And the worst thing was none of the firefighters themselves, like the firefighters refused it. We're not fucking taking them down. Not going to happen. So because they weren't, oh my God, the city had to send cops to remove the flag. So you as a cop now have to remove a thing that symbolizes the death of one of your brothers, one of your fellow fucking workers, and that's got to come down, and you got to be the one to take it down now.
I would have just said no.
That's what
That would have been my Kaepernick moment.
Yep. No, not doing it. Go fuck yourself. You want to take it down? Go do it your fucking self. I'm not touching it. And then yet the town leaders, they emphasize that they still support the law enforcement. But they also acknowledge that under their rule against political displays, they had recently refused to fly the LGBT pride flags on city property.
Slightly different.
Yeah. Exactly. Unreal. So there you go. Massachusetts, you just took a massive 2 shits on yourselves, you fucking moron. So way to go. Way to go to the town of, what was the town called again? I can't remember. Hingham. Hingham. Fuck you, Hingham. May your city burn. Yeah. Moving to Toronto. People are now, I'll rephrase that. The infectious disease experts are saying that Toronto should look at easing up on public drinking laws. They think that it is better and safer for people to be drinking out in parks and beaches than it is to be going into a closed-in bar and drinking.
'Tis true.
So they want to, because they've been handing out tickets because people have been drinking on beaches and things like that. So they've been handing out tickets of fines of up to $300 to people. Now, the cops themselves, they said that they're like, look, we have no interest in ticketing somebody who's just having a fucking glass of beer or a bottle of beer, a can of beer and a glass of wine. We don't care about those people. That's not who we're after. We're after the people doing it in excess. The organized parties with cases of beer that are brought onto the beach or into parks. Those are the ones they're going after. They're not going after just that there's a couple sitting down and they're having a glass of wine with a little picnic thing. They're not going to fucking bother them.
I've never had a problem at the beach.
Yes, you have. No, not the beach. You have in parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on the air once.
That was in the middle of the street, and that was on purpose.
Hilarious. Yeah, it's true.
But no, if I'm just sitting and having a beer in a park, they usually don't bug me.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, they're just basically saying, look, in Ontario they have enough things in place, like drunk in public, and just disorderly and things like that. That keeps it all. Like if you just go out and have a beer or two, whatever else, as long as you're not acting like a fucking asshole, you'll be fine.
See, that was always my contention. You have the appropriate measures in place for if this gets out of hand. So why can it not be? I don't understand. If it were illegal, then you wouldn't need those bylaws and fines to have been set. So
Yeah.
that was always my argument.
Yep.
Part of it.
Yep, I fully agree. And let's just face it, in today's day and age of the social distancing, it's way easier to social distance in a park or on a beach than it is inside a restaurant.
Well, that's what I've been saying from day fucking one. When you go to the beach, when do you ever sit within 6 feet of the people beside you?
Never.
Nobody ever does that at the beach. It's fucking absolutely the best place to be.
Fireworks. That's the only time when you're remotely closer to somebody.
Everyone
When you're watching the giant fireworks.
Everyone who goes to fireworks deserves COVID.
Says the guy that actually went to the one. You're like, it was actually really nice. I remember that conversation.
No, I admitted lots of people like them. That's all.
That's all. So yeah, so there's that. India, I love India. Because it just shows that there is absolutely zero education in that country whatsoever. Is you now have 86 people have died in recent days as a result of drinking illegally made alcohol.
Yeah.
It's just
What were they gonna do? Stay sober and die in a factory fire?
yeah, right. Like, why not be drunk when you can just die in the factory fire? So yeah, bootleggers are often adding methanol and antifreeze to their mixture.
Antifreeze is good. It's
Yeah.
delicious.
So there's that. Yeah. Way to go, India.
I don't drink homemade alcohol. That's kind of a rule of mine.
Nope.
I'm not.
I've done it once. I won't do it
again. I don't. I think certain things should be made by other people. Alcoholic beverages is one of them. So I don't know. It's just idiotic. I don't know. I don't know what to say about India. Fuck you guys. Like, everyone says you're dumb, and you're not really proving it wrong.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out the last time y'all did something smart. I'll wait. I'll think about time. It's insane. So yeah, there's that. Last thing I have is Facebook has announced yesterday that it has obeyed a Brazilian judge's order for a worldwide block on the accounts of 12 of President Jair Bolsonaro's supporters who are under investigation for allegedly running a fake news network.
That's awesome.
So Facebook has officially shut down and blocked the accounts of 12 people because the president said, you guys need to stop these guys. So Facebook said, okay.
Damn censorship.
Yeah, it's just, I'm just trying to, I don't understand how a Brazilian judge has any form of right to tell a company to ban something worldwide. I don't understand that. I mean, I get it. You want to say, hey, look, on Facebook in Brazil, their profiles aren't allowed here because that's our country. We don't want their profiles on there. I can understand that argument. But worldwide?
Yeah, why not? It's Facebook. It's a private company. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
I know they can. It's just weird.
So
Why?
Brazil says, hey, do this, and Facebook goes, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I will never understand. I get shit pulled off Facebook all the time. We get shit pulled off all kinds of stuff all the time. I don't know how they make their decisions. I don't give a fuck. It's probably in the terms and conditions. I'll read them one day. But basically, it's just a company. He can do. Mark fucking Zuckerberg could shut down Facebook tomorrow. He could just say, "Hey, guess what? There's no more Facebook." What would the fucking world do?
Not much. They would just keep with Instagram and Twitter and TikTok for as long as that lasts. Like, either that or all of a sudden you'd see fucking MySpace all of a sudden show back up again.
Well, Trump can ban TikTok all he wants. It'll pop up as something else the next day.
Yeah, exactly. Just wouldn't be called TikTok anymore.
No.
And I'm still trying to figure out why. I still don't quite understand why.
I don't know. They probably made fun of him or something.
I'm gonna shut it down. They made me look like a horse's ass. I'm gonna shut it down.
There's a bunch of Alec Baldwin videos on it or something.
I'm just wondering if Trump went to buy into it and they said, "No, we don't want you buying our stocks." He's like, "I'm gonna shut it down. I can't invest in it."
That.
So yeah, strange, but there it is.
I don't care.
No, so this is one of those things. I just thought that was weird. Just weird.
Yeah. Well.
So yeah.
Whatever.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. I love like there's always news like, what would a U.S. ban on TikTok mean? It would mean nothing.
Nothing to anyone.
It would mean nothing to anybody at all. Nobody would care. Not anybody who does. Nobody cares about them.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I got nothing to contribute. I don't care. It's whatever. It's TikTok. Who the fuck? I didn't even know what it was until 3 days ago, and I still don't care. I made a TikTok video. It was dumb. I didn't like it. I got rid of it.
I just don't get it. Oh, man. And I guess we should say this. Sports are back, so sports. There you go.
Yay.
That's all I fucking even want to talk about it.
Baseball has fake audiences, and it's creeping people out.
Yeah. One of the fucking first hockey games, the NHL game that played yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah, there's about 5 games yesterday.
Well, one of the fucking games of two of the players got into this wicked fucking fist fight, and it's like,
yeah,
that's not social distancing.
That's hockey.
Zero fucks given whatsoever. I just love that.
They also at a Montreal Canadiens game, they played an English-only version of "O Canada," and everyone's mad. Frenchies are all mad.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to talk about it because fuck the French Canadians. Fuck you guys. You deserve nothing. Fuck off. Die.
Why is the national anthem at a sports game such a big... fuck off. This is what got Kaepernick in trouble. This is what started black people.
Yeah. This is what started black people.
And now it's going to be a French thing because we didn't put the French version. Fuck you. Who cares? It's one game.
Yeah. And I can tell you directly, the last time I went to a hockey game, they did the English version. I stood and put my hand over my fucking heart, and I sang along to every word. And as soon as I started the French, I sat my fat ass back down.
Only because you don't know it.
Because I don't want to know it, and I don't have to fucking sing it. Go fuck yourself. Keep your shitty fucking language.
I never sing the national anthem. I stand up, take my hat off, and do all the respectful shit. But if I was protesting something, I'd sit down.
Yep. So fuck you, French Canadians. Fuck you, you whiny bunch of cock fuckers. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Fucking group, yeah. Fuck you.
I don't see that one going quite as far as the
No, I'm pretty sure nobody's going to give a shit at all.
Oh, well. That's the world. I gotta say, I am quite happy that we have gone this entire time without mentioning Ellen, and I'm not going to.
I've been enjoying reading all about that, though. I have been enjoying. I don't want to talk about it, but I've been enjoying reading about it.
I'm not even reading it. You can see it on her face. Ellen's a bitch. So what?
Her show. She might be canceling her show now.
Yeah, well, they're already talking about replacing her.
Yeah.
So
Well, maybe if you treated your staff better.
Why? You're like, really? That's the worst you can do is, oh, she was mean to me at work. Fucking go work construction for a week, you bunch of pansies.
Right.
Jesus Christ. The only time your boss talks to you is when he's fucking swearing at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Go work in the warehouse. Go work on a construction site. Go do manual fucking labor and tell me what it's like to be treated.
This is the worst of the fucking fucking participation trophy generation. Go, oh, Ellen was mean to us. We have to ruin her fucking career for it. Fuck you. You know how hard it is to get to where she is in life? And you're gonna ruin her life because she wasn't very nice to me at work. Go fuck yourselves, you bunch of pussies. Go to podcast from Chicago for a while.
We weren't allowed to look at her in the face. So, have you seen her face? Why do you want to look at it? It's ugly. Get the fuck out of here.
That's not right. You're mean.
I don't care. Still true.
Maybe
I wouldn't look at her in the face.
She's a lovely lady. I think she gives cars away, for fuck's sakes. She can't be that bad.
So does Oprah.
Yeah, but Oprah quit. Just quit her.
So is she, apparently. Actually, yeah, well, they're not saying it's just quit or being fired. No, I haven't actually said that yet.
And how come Oprah got away with it? She's probably evil. I can't see her being any nicer than Ellen. Who gives a fuck if Ellen's nice? Why is this shit? I didn't want to talk about it. Now you made me. You bunch of pussies. I don't give a fuck if Ellen's mean to you. All right? There's real problems in the world. That's the worst part of your day? Ellen was mean to you?
Yeah.
Work on Ellen. You know, people like die for these Hollywood fucking jobs. You know, oh, Ellen was mean to me. Really? 300 people in Chicago were shot while you whined about that, you fucking loser.
Yeah, no doubt. Fuck's sakes.
Christ.
She was mean to me. I couldn't look at her. She says I wasn't allowed to talk to her when she's on set because she's too busy.
She runs the biggest TV show in the history of fucking daytime television. Yeah, she doesn't have 5 minutes to fucking chat about you and your fucking kitty cat TikTok videos you made last night. Of course not.
She also has a new game show TV show on, too.
You have absolutely nothing of value to say. So the fact that she doesn't want to talk to you isn't real surprising. Nobody else wants to either.
You weren't hired to be an associate to her to talk to her. That's not what your job was.
Damn it.
Do your fucking job and shut up. Whiny
I don't
fox.
like the way she talked to me. God damn it. I don't like the way anybody talks to me. I would be in heaven if I went to work and my boss was like, all right, you're not allowed to talk to me all day. I won't look you in the face. Just do your job and you'll be fine. I'd be like,
oh my God.
Sweet, I'm going for coffee.
Right? This is the greatest day of my life right now. Thank you.
I will be asleep in that park for the next 3 hours. I'll come check on you after lunch. That is a great boss.
Right? Seriously, I'm going to vote for you to be the world's greatest boss just because of that.
Stay out of my way, I'll stay out of yours. You got it, boss.
No problem.
You look good today. I don't care what anybody says.
You're the best, sir. Thank you.
I would call her sir, too, every day.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. What did you call me? Called you sir. Bye.
Gotta go. Not looking you in the face.
I call you sir because you have a hot wife.
So good.
I want to work for Ellen. I should start the I want to work for Ellen campaign. I'd be like, hey, instead of pulling your show off the air, how about you just put out a blanket ad for people who want to work for you? I bet you 10 million people line up for that job.
Oh, yeah.
Just
absolutely.
Like, you know what? Okay, all you guys, I'm sorry. Here's your severance pay. Bye. Pay them what they legally have to be paid. And then start a whole new staff and just go on with your life. Ellen, I'm on your fucking side. You can hire me any day of the week, and I don't give a fuck what you call me, what you do to me.
I want to work with Ellen just so I can get close to working with Hannah Hart. So there you go.
I don't know who that is, but I'm in.
My Drunk Kitchen Girl.
Um,
Big fan of hers.
let's do it. Ellen. We're here for you. Until we run for prime minister 3 years from now, we're all yours. Eric and
That's
Gordon, I will make this podcast a regular feature on the Ellen Show. It can be like 5 minutes long instead of 2 hours. And we never have to talk or look at each other or anything. But I will just put instructions on my desk every morning, and those will get done. I'm a very good worker.
That's it. I will vouch for that.
I might have to live in my dressing room, if that's cool. So I'm going to need a dressing room. Other than that, whatever. I'm in. Send us an email at holy shit, somebody sent one at outlook.com, and we will respond and come work for you.
So good. Oh, man.
I'm going to email her right fucking now. Do I maybe she on Instagram or some shit?
Oh, yeah. She's everywhere.
I am coming to the defense of Ellen. I don't care. Black people, COVID, everything going. No, I'm on this Ellen thing now. That's my protest. I will protest protests. And while I'm protesting protests, I'm going to protest Ellen getting fired.
Sir, what do you hear protesting? Protests and Ellen being fired. That's it. That's why I'm here.
And the Canadian-only national anthem.
Yeah, and the French anthem. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I want the French removed from the anthem so that they have nothing to whine about. Hey, you know how we could solve that problem? We'd take the French out of the fucking song. There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
They didn't forget the French, did they? There she is. The
Fuck
Ellen
you, French
DeGeneres
Canadian.
show right there.
Yeah.
The official Instagram. I want to work for Ellen. Oh, she's got her Instagram is obnoxious and full of black people.
That's funny.
Just so you know, Black Lives Matter. While I am doing this, I am not. My protest is not affiliated with yours in any way whatsoever. Keep fighting the good fight. I'm just trying to get a job from Ellen. Oh, you can't send her messages?
No.
Oh, that's stupid. Hey, she looks like kind of a bitch.
Fuck it, I'm gonna protest her now. Fuck it.
Is she gonna fight me on this one? You're the counter protest? Fine. Good. Then when I get hired by her, I will hire you on at a lesser wage.
I'm okay with that.
That's funny that I was already following her somehow. I have no idea. But you can't oh, you can message. There we go. Message. All right. Hi, Ellen. Our names are Eric and Gordon. I'm bringing you with me.
All right, I'm fine.
Our names are Eric and Gord. We do a podcast from Canada in which we quite often talk about you.
Listen to this one episode that we talked about you.
We quite often talk about you. Sift through the 257 episodes. Each about 2 hours long and tell us what you think.
Let me know if you find the episode where we
Let me know
mentioned
if I don't think we've ever mentioned her name on the show.
Oh, we
Ever
actually
before
have.
today.
We've
we?
talked about it a few times. Yeah, we actually have. I can think of at least twice.
We think what's happening to you is the worst thing going on in America today.
It'd be great if you said, we think what's happening to you is gay.
is super gay and they're a bunch of fags for doing this to you.
It's funny. It's so funny.
What's happening to you is the worst thing happening in America at the moment.
Oh, it's so funny.
Except the abuse of animals. She likes them.
Yes, she does. She very much does.
We would officially like to announce to you our candidacy for any job you need filled. Let's see what she says to this.
That'd be so good.
For any position on your staff, and we are ready to begin immediately.
I'm gonna die fucking laughing if she ends up messaging or mentions us on her fucking show. I'm gonna die laughing. Look at all these people complaining about me, and we just got mess from 2 Canadians that want to work for me. Fuck you guys. I can hire these 2.
I can fly out as early as this week.
No, you can't. We can't fly into the States.
For Ellen, they'll open the fucking border. For the Ellen and Eric and Gord show, damn straight. And as long as you take a private plane, you're fine. You just can't take public transit.
No, okay. All right, so we have to get a private jet.
I could fly out as early as this week. Gord probably has some obligations first.
Not really. I don't have a whole lot booked up. I'm okay. I can come out. I'll come in.
I just didn't know if you had some sharpenings.
I got nothing booked right now.
Cool.
Yeah. A little discouraged by that because I put out a post on one of the Milton pages, and usually whenever I put that post out, I usually get hit up with like 10 people right away. I had 25 people like the post, but nobody called me. And then one of the people one of my friends shared that post on Milton Talks, and I still got no fucking calls.
Maybe you sharpened everybody's knives.
I think anybody who wants to get a knife sharp, I think I've sharpened them all already, which means I'm out of work for another 2 months until they need to be done again.
Now you're starting to realize why other companies do a shitty job.
Yeah.
So they got work every week.
Nope, I'm still not going to. Still not going to do that. It's all right. I'll figure it another way.
All right. So I just applied for our jobs on the Ellen Show. Hopefully it just goes the other way, and she just like, hey, I like your podcast. Let's do the Eric and Gord Ellen Show. I'd be like, I'm in.
That'll work. Absolutely.
We usually use Skype. See you there.
And if we do that, Evan Stafford is going to be our first guest when we do it.
Like Evan doesn't have something better than Skype. Ellen. It's like, we use Skype.
We don't use Zoom.
Although everyone else is using Zoom. Corola's using Zoom right now.
Yeah, almost pretty much everybody is.
It was really funny because he was having that, he's in the same position we're in, but he does his podcast remotely now, and he's got there's like 4 people on it every night.
Yeah.
And they're all remotely now, and they're all using Zoom from home, and it works just as well as it does for us. Like, every 3 or 4 nights, it's just fucking shit for no reason. And he was going on, and he was pretending it wasn't bugging him, and the episode sounds like shit. He's just like, okay, we got to take a quick break for our sponsors now, and we'll be back on Fuck Zoom.
So good.
It was really funny. He just pulls it out so perfectly.
That's awesome.
There's a reason he's my hero. Anyway, kids, we have been going on for a long time, and I don't think I've said anything of value during this episode. But it's been a tremendous amount of fun, and I think we should leave it at that. Ellen, I look forward to your call.
Yep.
Everybody else, please send in your emails. You will get stuff from us, COVID-free, in the mail. So do that, and take care of each other.
Burn in hell, Ellen, call us.
Bye, everybody. Fucking Jay Leno went through this, too.
What do you mean?
apparently Leno was a cunt too.
Seasoned drinkers, one-puff wonders, casual users, and post-party cruisers. We see you. Think a few drinks won't affect your driving? Not fazed because you've lucked out before? We see you. Because your impaired driving antics aren't a match for our tactics. Better tools, more roadblocks, and higher fines for drivers under the influence. Think you won't get caught? It's only a matter of time before we see you. Brought to you by your local police.